guys, welcome back to Feast or Famine with the Youngs.
We're the Youngs.
I'm not the Youngs.
You've met Ben.
Hey,
met
what's
Ben.
up?
He's
Great to
back.
see you again.
If you didn't watch or listen to the last episode,
You need to go do
you
that.
need to stop now.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself and watch it.
Click the link in the comments if it's in the comments.
Yeah.
And go watch about debt and setting yourself up financially for success
your-
because Ben knocked out 100K in debt. And,
Do yourself
time.
a favor.
Hey, thanks, guys.
but
Yes.
Ben is more than just about getting out of debt.
That's for sure.
Yes.
So today we're talking about drawing the line between being too personable and being too professional.
Right. So like
Where's
being-
the middle ground?
being unapologetically yourself or going into a room full of businessmen and being just prim and proper.
Yeah.
Basically.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with this.
Right.
Especially in the early on stages of their career and their business.
Yes.
They are still maybe finding their brand, their voice within their brand and their business. And so they're trying to, they're juggling. I want my brand to obviously be me, but then I also need to be, professional and trying to balance the two. And it's hard.
And that's
That is
big in
super
this
hard.
industry because a vast majority of photographers, videographers, people in the wedding industry in general, their brand is themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so true. And honestly, like, you are the service. You are the people they are like genuinely, interacting with on the day to day. And you have to make sure they vibe. And like,
Yeah.
You can't always just put on this super prim and proper professional front if that's not who you are. Because at the
Exactly.
end of the day, if you slip up, they're going to be like, wait, that's
They're
not what I
gonna
was
know.
expecting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People see through the bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. We were talking about the whole grammar thing with emailing.
Yes.
And I mentioned this in the other podcast and Ben just listened to it a while ago, but the exclamation point thing,
Seriously.
so here's where and you were saying back in the olden days, some people may not see that as professional.
Right.
But nowadays, things are different. And I want my emails to almost like they can hear my voice.
Exactly.
Type of thing.
Yes. Me too.
But I sometimes need to turn it back because if they actually heard my email the way that I would type it, I would be screaming.
I'm so excited to see you.
so excited.
Thank you for inquiring.
That's totally me. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm the same way. I mean, my personality, I'm just, I'm louder. I, have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And so like when I use exclamation points, it's just so that you know that I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm just hyped. I'm
Yeah,
so
I'm
excited.
excited.
I'm excited that you're here. I'm honored you reached out. Like
Right.
I am just so excited to like serve you the best way that I can. And I want you to feel welcome to just be yourself. And that's kind of like where I feel like personally, that's where my tone comes in with using exclamation points all the time instead of a period.
Right.
Are you an Office fan?
Oh, what?
Are you an Office fan?
Yes.
It is your birthday period.
It is your birthday period. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, sometimes, like, I don't know really how to say this without offending people, but a lot of the times if you are getting an email, it's like, hi, so-and-so, thank you so much for inquiring with me, period. Like, that is not how, is that how you would actually, is that how you would say that to that person if they're sitting in front of you?
I would be like, girl, what's up?
I'd be like, dude, thank you so much. I'm honored.
Yeah.
Like,
Hyped AF.
Yeah.
Literally. And
You
I will
even
type
want to
it
hire me.
just like that.
And I feel like that is what clients are kind of like looking for now.
Right.
They want that personal connection. And I feel like making sure that the rest of your email and everything is set up in a professional way is how it can kind of come together. So like having a, oh my God, what is it called? Like a signature, like having a professional email signature at the end of your email, but it's still personable.
Right. And I almost feel like too, maybe like, the email is one thing, but like, I think where you show your professionalism is through your actions these days and
For
not
sure.
so much through how you address an email or a client through an email.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Goes
mean?
far
Like,
beyond
and
that.
I could be way off on that, but my personal experience, like, I'm very professional on wedding day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am like, I'm timely. I am punctual. I am going above and beyond, checking in with everybody, making sure everybody's okay. Like that is professional.
Yep.
And I'm not acting a fool. I'm not getting drunk at the cocktail hour. Like, I'm not
Right.
doing that's unprofessional. Right.
Right.
that's like, but like, I'm still able to be like, yo, what's up, everybody? Like, I'm not gonna come in like, hello. Like, that's just not who I am.
It's
like
we experience a lot. It's like the couple offering you drinks at the bar, but you being professional enough to not.
Right. Just be like, hey, you know what? I might stay after my coverage is
After,
over.
yeah.
And like, maybe we can get a shot after that. But until then, I got a job to do.
But you're personable enough with them for them to even offer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, yo, Ben, we're on the party bus. You want a beer? And it's like, maybe sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take one.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, if I know it's going to diminish what they actually paid me to be there for, then no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think actions speak louder than words. And I think also too, to kind of like, you know, maybe open a new door in this conversation, but you know, social media has given us the tool to really show our clients who we are.
And I was going to say the same thing because of social media, everybody wants to know who you are.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's kind of a twofold situation. They want to know and you need to show them.
Right. And I think if you're active and you're actively engaging with your audience, with your clientele, they know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like if they see me screaming on Instagram, like, yeah, what up, oh my God, like whatever. And then they get this email. It's like, hello.
Yeah.
Thanks for inquiring. It's like,
for sure.
that doesn't line up.
This is the automated messaging system of Ben Ramos.
Yeah. I mean, especially for Instagram stories, you know, like us as photographers, videographers, business owners, we get on there. I mean, I know at least for me, I'm obviously on there talking about stuff that, you know, is relevant to our business, but I also just get on there to interact with our audience.
Yes.
And to just make a connection with them. So they get to know who we are as people.
Connection.
And
Yes.
we had a client meeting up here last week. I have never met this girl. She inquired through Instagram, but she sat down and she was like, I was professional when they came in. I shook their hand. I know it's like COVID times, but y'all, I'm old school.
We had sanitizer.
Had hand sanitizer. I'm very old school. I will shake your hand and it will be a good handshake. But anyway, you know, I maintain that professionalism. I shake their hand, make eye contact, you know, greet them, welcome them in. But then she sat down. She's like, I feel like I already know you.
Yes. And see, like in my scenario, I'm always, whenever I meet people in person, I'm like, yo, I'm a hugger. Are you like, can I hug you kind of thing? And that's just who I am. But I've shown you that if you followed me for, you know, and inquired to hire me, you kind of would probably know that's my vibe.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And so, but like I'm still, just because I asked for a hug doesn't mean I'm not professional.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I know my boundaries.
Exactly.
Like I know, like, you know,
that's part of building your personable brand.
Yes.
Yeah. And maintaining that.
Yes.
Yeah. So what advice would you have for people who are like struggling with like building their brand, maybe trying to like keep it personal, but then not too professional? What would be a good example of too professional, I guess?
I mean, we kind of tossed around the word robot, but like really don't be a robot. Don't be the grade school teacher that is slapping kids with rulers about like saying things out of line.
Yes.
Don't be that kid. Don't be that kid.
So for instance, like responding to an email, I don't do this part of our business. Veronica does. Because
you would be a robot.
I would be a robot. And that's why and I don't intend to do it, but it'd be thanks. Hey, hi, so-and-so. Thanks for inquiring with us.
Yeah.
And just straight to the point.
So I think for me, like when it comes to an inquiry, right? We have an inquiry form where they all fill out. They might tell us a little bit about themselves. I always try to make a connection.
Yeah. You find a connecting point.
I'll say like, so-and-so, hey, with an exclamation point. And then I'll be like, oh my God, you guys have been together for 8 years. That's incredible.
Yes.
I'm so hyped that you guys like are at this point in your life. Congrats. Like, you know, I make a point to get past the formalities of like, yeah, thank you for inquiring. Yeah, we know that I'm grateful for that you're here. And we know that, you know, we are available and we're available to, you know, shoot your wedding. Like, I don't need to say that. I can just kind of dodge that and just dive into the stuff that matters or that makes them feel like, oh my God, I actually care about what they are bringing into this relationship or, you know. And
I'm good at that in person.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when it comes to emailing, it doesn't come across that way.
So maybe we got to figure out like a psychological thing to break the barrier of, you know, just act like you are in person. Just get on the computer, get on the keyboard and just be like, what would you say in person? Like if somebody hit you up with like their life story of their couple's timeline and like when they started dating, when they got engaged and what their puppy's name is and why they chose that name and, you know, all the shit.
Yeah.
It
You wouldn't
sounds
be like,
so
"Hi."
silly, but something that I used to do when I started my business is I would read the inquiries out loud to myself.
Oh, cool.
And I would read my responses out loud.
Damn.
And
That's
if
cool.
it didn't sound like how I would actually verbally say it, I would retype it.
There you go.
And I
Okay,
would just
that's genius.
say it as I was typing it.
Yes. I
So
love
that's
that.
what helped me.
That's incredible.
I
That
feel
is-
like it's not revolutionary, but like,
No, but that's such a small
it
step
works.
that like,
Yeah.
you know, it would take you probably an extra like 10 minutes.
yeah.
But like for you to build that muscle of just like naturally just being exactly who you
Right.
are, but still maintaining a professional front to, you know,
And it kind of helps you like get comfortable talking to your clients.
yes.
You know, like I know I used to be really nervous, obviously, to talk to my clients. I want them to like me. I want them to book me, give
Right.
me your money. You know, I want them to like me. I want to build
course.
that connection with them. But I am such an introvert that I would just get nervous to talk to them.
Sure.
So, you know, starting with reading the email out loud, I've already said, "Hey, Sarah," out loud already. So when I actually meet them in person, it's already like I've
already said it before.
I've already done it,
Yeah. Muscle memory.
which is kind of weird, but like,
I mean,
that's just what helped
I
me.
used to do something like that for posing. I know we're not talking about professionalism, but like I would recite how I wanted my couples to be. Like I would, like, for example,
Yes.
I loved when I first started, I was really into Benj Heish's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I would go on his website and I would find a pose that I had never done before. And I would verbally try to like say it out loud.
Yes.
So that when I got to the shoot, I wasn't stumbling on my words like, okay, like, so I want you to do this, but like, I don't know how to like say it.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
no, I knew
Yes.
exactly what I had to say to get the couple in that position,
Yeah,
right?
that's
So it's
so
kind of
good.
like that's kind of like the same thing. That, you know, you could do that with your emailing and your client communication and your client interacting. You could, you know, build that muscle of
Right.
being personable and being yourself. What
And
a concept!
And it's a good mix of, you know, you maintain that that personal brand, but you still maybe have a very professional website, you know. Another thing that I think is professional is not having typos on your website.
Yes.
You know, like you can still like be excited, have the multiple like exclamation point thing, but then also just maybe don't miss a comma or have like a typo.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Have other people reread your stuff.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Always have somebody proofread because you will always miss something.
Yeah, don't go to my website and tear me up because
We do
I'm
have
pretty
some
sure
things that
I'm pretty sure
do.
we
Mine is
do
not
we?
linked in the description.
We have some.
I need to double check, but it is something I am a typo queen on Instagram. I always have typos.
And that comes from constantly updating your website, which you should be doing on your website
Yeah.
on your business anyway. So inevitably you're going to have times, and we do because I've actually looked recently.
Yeah.
I just forgot to, you know.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
actually a
Just
running-
don't do it again.
It's a running joke for us on Instagram though, because I sometimes, you know, like I do an Instagram story, but I type out like what I'm saying and I'm doing it so fast because I
Right.
don't want to hear my voice and I will end up
Over
with
and
a
over and
typo.
over and over and over
You know
again.
what stinks now too is like if you mess up and you go to re-edit the caption, it like loses its place in the algorithm and shit. And so like you
Yes.
don't get as much attention if you go edit the caption. So you have to like delete it and then
It's
post it. It's
real
like,
annoying.
why is it doing this to us? Why?
I know.
Instagram, if you're listening, what the hell, man?
What the
Just
hell, yeah.
make it easy for us, business owners.
Seriously.
Come on.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit ago before we started about the generation gap.
Ooh,
and with
yes.
us specifically in the wedding industry, I feel like that's a bigger thing because not only your client is the couple who are typically in the 20s,
30s maybe.
maybe
Yeah.
in their 30s, but their parents are usually the ones paying for it.
Paying. And so technically they're your client.
So
Yes.
Right.
you're inevitably going to interact with them
Right.
who have a different recollection or a different idea of running a business and professionalism.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
because
fair.
that's what they were raised on. How do you tackle that?
Ooh, saucy question. I feel like, you know, I'm still, maybe I might just tone down the exclamation points. I feel like that would help.
Yeah.
And I want to say this, like, you know, I get excited when I need to get excited. And obviously, like, I'm not going to be like, here's a link to our pricing with an exclamation point. I might just throw a period in there. Because, like, it's weird because our generation thinks that, like, a period at the end of a sentence means, like, it's aggressive.
Yeah.
Or, like, it's scary or, like, you're upset or, like, you know, you're just like, like,
Right.
whatever, which
Right.
is so
Period.
not right. Period. But, yeah, in that scenario, you know, I'm still just myself, you know, I'll even, you know, and it kind of depends on where you're at in the process. Like if you've already had a Zoom call, even though moms and dads have their first name, I'll be like, hey mama, what's up? You know, and that's just who I am.
Yeah.
At wedding day, I'll be like, grandma, what's up? Come on,
Yeah.
jump in the picture. Come on, what are you
And
doing? You know?
I'm the same way on wedding days.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit different. I'm like leading up to everything. I'll call them by name.
Yeah.
But then on wedding days, it's just, honestly, it's just easier because you're going so quick. It's just easier to say, hey mom, come over here for a picture.
Right.
So I definitely do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's almost more important to find those connecting points with the parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Right.
And like I found that I'll end up in conversations with dads that I didn't even expect just because of that connecting point.
Right.
And Veronica's like,
It's because he makes
you-
dad jokes and the dads love it.
I'm like, in my heart, like 90. So
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
And I make dad jokes more than most dads do. So
I feel like I kind of do too. I resonate with that. I think, I really do think though that like I feel like in my experience, like the parents that I'm dealing with are so excited about how fun people are when they're running their businesses,
Yes.
right? Like,
And I definitely have seen that. Like, we have a lot of our clients who are just excited for us to photograph their kid's wedding because they're excited about what we're doing.
right.
As young
Yes.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah. And I feel like we get a lot of, I mean, at least so far in my experience, I've gotten a lot of grace from, you know, when I'm dealing with the parents, like as my client, you know, I don't feel like they're judging me or they're making me feel like, you know, I'm lacking professionalism because I'm who I am.
Right.
They're just like, you know, they'll just like laugh. They'll just be like, look at him. He's so goofy. Look at him.
Yeah.
You know,
and I feel
whatever.
like that comes in with building that trust with
Yes.
your clients.
Because it's consistent.
Yeah.
It's been consistent since the minute I started this. I've been the same. I
Yeah.
mean, I've definitely evolved
Right.
as a human and like I've
Right.
We all do.
grown. But like as far as like how I treat my couples and how I treat my couples' parents and grandma on wedding day and how my energy, like I've stayed the same.
Yeah.
And you know, after time and time again, lots of reps, like people leaving reviews and stuff, like people know what to expect.
Exactly.
And so I think that if you just really have your true voice from the start and you really just like stick to your values and you go above and beyond to be the best servant you can be on, you know, in this service industry, I think people are not going to blink at you just being yourself.
Yeah. It doesn't always have to be a suit and tie
No.
professionalism ordeal.
Right.
For sure.
And I think it's kind of fun that like, you know, so far, at least in my experience, like I kind of sometimes I will walk into a situation where, you know, majority of everyone is like very serious, prim and proper. And I'll like break up the energy, be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And then they're all like, kind of like, oh, I can like see it. Like they
Right.
like relax. They're like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is fun. Like we have a different shift in energy here and this feels good, you know? So I think that the generation that learned, you know, super proper grammar and like, you know, be super duper 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 professional all the time and all this stuff, like they are starting to ease up and they're not jealous, but they're interested and they're excited about like this new wave. They think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
As what I've learned. They think it's cool.
They get to relax.
Yeah. They get to relax and like, they don't have to feel like, you know, this like cold energy of like, you know, just being like very stern. Like they feel welcomed.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that a generation before us, you know, maybe weren't taught, but I think they crave it just like anybody else
Yeah.
would.
I almost
you know?
said they weren't taught. It was just they grew up in a different time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. You're right.
Yeah. So maybe like hold back a little bit.
Right.
Not be 110% yourself.
Right. Because
And
there's
people are
still
so
like,
accepting now.
yes, there's just
Which is
such
how
a-
it should have been all along.
Right. Exactly. There's just such a like this weird societal norm that you have, like, especially growing up in that time, maybe that like you have to be professional, even if it
Right.
means sacrificing who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
I think that now we're entering an age where like, nah,
Be who you are.
Be who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what is ultimately going to sell.
Yes,
So-
it's going to attract the people that are meant to work with you and that
Yeah.
need that kind of energy. And some people need the professional energy, and that's cool too. They're still out there,
Yep.
you know, but that's how you like set yourself apart, is just being who you are. And, you know, if you're super prim and proper, then you'll get super prim and proper couples, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And if you're super wild, you'll get crazy ass couples, and that's super cool. And if you're in the middle, you'll probably get in the middle people who are really rad, and that's great. You
Yeah.
know, like whatever works for you, whoever you are, just be that person so
Lean
that
into it and-
yeah, so that you are attracting the people that are, excited to work with you, that value who you are and what you do,
Right.
Aren't micromanaging, all that stuff can be avoided by you just being yourself.
Yep. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
That's
Sweet.
a great way to end this, I think.
Yeah. That
Let's
was
go.
dope.
Thanks.
So,
Awesome.
Ben, where can people find you?
Ooh, I'm on Instagram.
Y'all should have been following him already.
Yeah, you should totally
Yeah,
be
come
already
on,
following
man. What you slacking for? No, I was kidding. I am Ben Ramos on Instagram. Facebook is Ben Ramos Photography, like facebook.com/Ben Ramos Photography.
Yeah.
He's not 100% sure, so it's linked in the
Yeah,
description.
it's linked right here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Call me,
Awesome.
beat me if you got to reach me.
Awesome.
Sweet. All right. That's it. We will catch you guys next week. Peace.
Toodaloo.